This is Sky News with Mark Longhurst.
Good morning. Two people are to appear in court this morning charged with the murders of 3 men during the riots in Birmingham. Thousands more are expected to attend a peace rally in the city this afternoon in honour of those men who died after being hit by a car while trying to protect shops from looters. This comes as David Cameron says that this morning he intends to adopt a zero-tolerance approach to crime. But one of the most senior policemen in the country has joined the criticism of his decision to appoint a US former police chief as his crime advisor. Let's get more now with our senior news correspondent Michelle Clifford at Scotland Yard. But first to Lisa Dowd at Birmingham Magistrates Court, where we're expecting those hearings to start this morning.
A 26-year-old man called Joshua Donnell from the Ladywood area of Birmingham and a 17-year-old from the Winson Green area where the murders took place are due before magistrates this morning. They're both charged with 3 counts of murder. The hearing is likely to be quite short. They will confirm their names, their ages, their addresses, and a date for a further court hearing is likely to be set. We've been told by court staff that they're going to unlock the court at 9:15. That cases are due to be heard from 9:30, but we're told that there's a total of around 61 cases today that they want to get through. Very unusual that they're open here on a Sunday, and not all the cases they're dealing with today are going to be disorder related. So we'll try to find out when these 2 men are due to appear and let you know. As part of the police investigation, a further 2 men, a 23 and 27-year-old who were arrested on Friday night, are still being questioned by police, and a 16 and 32-year-old have been released on police bail. And police yesterday telling us that they're not ruling out any further arrests.
Lisa, thank you for that. Well done at New Scotland Yard. Michelle there for us, where they're keen to stress the numbers being processed through the legal process. But got this distraction of this row breaking out between the politicians and the senior police officers.
Yeah, Mark, I mean, really this row has been building since last week, since the Prime Minister criticised the police effectively, not only for not deploying, in his opinion, enough officers during the riots, but also for their tactics, suggesting that they went too softly, they should have been more aggressive. And he runs with that theme today in an interview he gives to the Sunday Telegraph, saying last week really presents us now with an opportunity, presents the police and society with an opportunity to change strategy. He says, we haven't talked the language of zero tolerance enough, but the message is getting through, and this is an open door we should push at. Now, David Cameron's, or part of David Cameron's strategy in terms of doing that, is to recruit this controversial figure, Bill Bratton, known as the US super cop, to come in as an advisor. He was a chief of police in New York and in LA, has a history and a reputation of dealing with gangs, and David Cameron wants to take his advice. Senior police officers in this country are not one bit happy about that. Today there's been this stinging rebuke from the president of the Association of Chief Police Officers, Sir Hugh Ward, who says in his own newspaper interview, I'm not sure I want to learn about gangs from an area of America that has 400 of them. It seems to me if you've got 400 gangs, you're not being very effective. If you look at the style of policing in the States and their levels of violence, they are so fundamentally different from here. Ouch, that's a bit of a slight on Bill Bratton, but also on the Prime Minister for recruiting him. There are, from rank and file right up to the top now, there's criticism being levelled at David Cameron for criticising what the police did here, but also for effectively saying, this is how it seems to police officers, he's saying we need to bring this guy in from America to tell you guys how to do it. And obviously people are very sensitive to that.
Michelle, thank you very much indeed. Plenty more on our website, of course. To remind you, we've got the latest photos and videos that have emerged of what happened on the streets. Just to paint a picture of that, of all the disorder, that's at skynews.com for you. And Monaghan back this morning, special edition on how Britain should be dealing with the aftermath of the riots. Dermot talking to the Home Secretary Theresa May, Mayor of London Boris Johnson, and British Transport Police Chief Andy Trotter. That's coming up here on Sky News at 10 this morning. Update on those other headlines and the breaking news too with Gillian.
Mark, thank you.